Hello gamers. Welcome to Atomfall.
Is anybody there? I need help. Who are you? What are you doing in here? You're trapped in the quarantine zone around the Windscale atom plant. That's where it all went wrong.
Atomfall, the latest offering from the acclaimed studio Rebellion, transports players to a harrowing post-nuclear landscape inspired by the real-life Windscale disaster. Set 5 years after the catastrophic event, the game challenges you to navigate a fictional quarantine zone, filled with bizarre characters, cults, and rogue government agencies. As you explore the picturesque yet perilous British countryside, you'll need to scavenge for supplies, craft weapons and items, and engage in desperate combat to survive. The game's survival action mechanics blend marksmanship with vicious hand-to-hand combat, forcing you to manage your heart rate and energy levels to gain the upper hand. The narrative of Atomfall is driven by player choices, with a tapestry of interwoven storylines that unfold through exploration, conversation, investigation, and combat. Every decision you make has consequences, shaping the dark mystery at the heart of the game. The survival action mechanics of Atomfall are a standout feature, blending marksmanship with vicious hand-to-hand combat. Players must carefully manage their heart rate and energy levels to ensure they have the steady aim and physical stamina needed to overcome the game's desperate encounters. With weapons and ammunition in short supply, each engagement requires a strategic approach, forcing players to make the most of their limited resources. The scarcity of ranged options can lead to frustrating moments, but this challenge encourages players to adapt their playstyle, mastering the game's blend of shooting and melee combat. Crafting plays a crucial role in Atomfall, as players must scavenge for supplies to create the tools and weapons necessary for survival. This emphasis on resource management adds an extra layer of depth to the gameplay, as players must carefully balance their immediate needs with long-term planning. Overall, the survival-focused mechanics of Atomfall create a tense and immersive experience, where every decision and action can mean the difference between life and death. Atomfall's immersive world-building and atmospheric storytelling are truly captivating. The game's blend of science fiction, folk horror, and Cold War influences creates a setting that is both eerily familiar and completely alien, drawing you deeper into the narrative with each passing hour. The attention to detail in the environment, from the rolling green hills to the cult-controlled ruins, is simply breathtaking. While the game's combat mechanics are engaging, the scarcity of weapons and ammunition can lead to frustrating moments, especially when facing off against the game's more formidable foes. The lack of a reliable ranged option can make certain encounters feel overly challenging, forcing players to rely heavily on melee combat and careful resource management. Overall, Atomfall is a must-play for fans of survival action games, and those who appreciate a deep player-driven narrative. With its compelling setting, complex characters, and challenging gameplay, this title from Rebellion is sure to leave a lasting impression on anyone who dares to venture into its radioactive British countryside.
Everything changed when that bloody atom plant went up in flames.
Citizens of Wyndham, there has been an increase in bandit activity outside the village walls.
Temporary quarantine, they said? It's been bloody years.
They're hiding something from us. Something terrible.
Now that you know more about this game, use the links in the description of this video to get your copy.